All right, so just ordered some blackberries off of Amazon from this vendor, Daylily Nurseries, and they came great, all nice and neatly packed. They fit perfectly into this box, and they came wrapped up inside like this with the wrap across them. And when they're unwrapped, they look really good. They got nice, so they are those are pretty good sized canes on there, as you can see. Oops, get around there so you can see the canes. So who knows, they may actually fruit next year. We'll see how that does. Anyhow, we will give those a try, and I'll show you how they look when they get potted. All right, so they're not like totally got filled with roots, but they're nicely packed in. You can see the roots there on the surface. So we'll just put them into a pot like that, leave that little stick with them, and we'll do each one, and then top it up with a little bit more potting soil. Oops. And then we'll see where they go from there. Hopefully they do just fine. Here we are in kind of mid to late August, so it's kind of their growing season right now, and we'll see how they end up. So here they are, all potted up. See, they're nice and healthy looking. Very pleased with this. Well, so this is another batch of blackberries. There's the ones that came earlier. 1, 2, and kind of see it down there. Number 3 is over there. Those look really good. These came from a different group called Green Box, and came in this little shipping box there. But these don't look nearly as nice. Now that doesn't mean they won't grow. But there you go. They feel pretty dry, like they got dried out in shipping. Too. There's peanuts in there that they were in. So let's get them out of the plastic here. So they came like this with masking tape over the top. So let's take that off and see what it looks like. All right, so here we go. Some roots coming out the bottom. They look pretty dry. It's moist in here. Now that I got everything out, they look a little better. That one does. This one looks pretty wilty. And that doesn't have any roots out the bottom. But I think what I'll do is let them sit out here in the sun, and I'll give them a little extra water, and then we'll take it from there. Now I decided probably best to get those roots into a little bigger pot so that they can do a better job of rooting. So let's see what the looks like. It's not too bad. Normally you'd like to see more roots on it than that, but that's not bad. Let's see how this one looks. This one definitely feels dry. There we go. So yeah, that's not too bad. So we'll get all those buried in there, and then we'll give those a good water. A good soaking. Hopefully they'll spring back. These are the Triple Crown blackberries, and they have put on the most spectacular growth. Hopefully you can see this. These are the canes are very big. They're not quite as big as my finger, but and there's lots of them, and they have run down the fence. This is just their first season. Run down the fence here, all the way down there. So I'm hoping that these, because first season they don't do no fruiting, but this next season, hopefully these canes that are out here, so this is another one here, you can see how big that is, that all of these will put fruit on, and we should have blackberry fruit all the way down to there. Oops, there we go. So excited about that. Well, here we go. We're now in kind of mid-May, and you can see that there's lots and lots of flowers on this blackberry now. It runs all the way down there. You can see how thick it is down here, and that there are shoots coming out of the ground. That's what this one is, if you can't see it. It's coming straight out of the ground there. And they're all along here. There's shoots just popping up. So Triple Crown blackberries here in our area are obviously very happy. And I dug this one up and potted it just to see how it would do. Fine. In fact, it had flowers on it too. I don't see the berries for it, but obviously it transplants just fine. And these are doing great too. This is the Sweetie Pie bush ones, and they've got lots of berries on them. Back there we have the, I believe that's the Natchez and or Navaho maybe. And there's flowers all over that, you can see. And over here is the black satin, and it's all right, kind of puny over here, and I don't know if it's just because it's not getting enough sun, but it does have flowers and berries, so it's working on it. So we'll see what the difference is once the berries start coming ripe. We'll see how they taste. All right, update May 23rd. This is the Triple Crown blackberries, and they are just loaded, coming together nicely. No color on them yet. This is the Sweetie Pies. And they do have a little color on them, just a little bit starting, you can see there. And we have the Navajos, which I think is this one right here, and Natchez, which I think is this one, but they got blended together down in here over the last season or two. They both have good fruiting and starting some color. And then over next to them is the black satin coming in last with fruit, but it's coming along. I'd say this is probably the least active grower, the black satin, but it could also be that it's more in the shade. I don't know. Anyhow, here's an update. So it's May 28th now, and there's kind of our first one that's starting to change color, and that's the Sweetie Pie blackberry. You can see there's a little bit more color on them. A little more color over here on these. This is the Navajo and Natchez ones. There's one in there. You can see it right here. That's got some decent color, but they're not ready to pick yet. So, all right, so welcome back, and here it is June 9th, and you can see we have lovely blackberries already starting here on this one, which I'm doing some harvesting already. Let's go take a look at some of the other bushes. This was the Natchez and the Navajo. The black satin blackberries are still much earlier. They're still pretty small. You can see some of them there. And over here is the Sweetie Pie blackberries, and some of those are ripe and getting there very quickly. And here's the Triple Crown blackberries. You can see this is just, all right, June 18th. This is the Triple Crown blackberries, and this is what I've picked so far. And you can see there's a lot more, so there's at least a full bowl full of these in here, and it's looking beautiful. So it's June 18th, and here's the blackberries coming into fruit nicely. Here's some more. And here is the Triple Crown blackberries coming along very nicely, as you can see. Let's try one of these. Pick it right off of there. Yep. Very nice. I have to have one more of those. All right. Let the harvesting begin. Well, here we are at June 26th, and we've probably harvested, I don't know, 4 or 5 different times, and there's still berries everywhere. It's lovely. And here's our haul so far. Just beginning to harvest this latest round. I think I'm going to call this call it quits on this particular video, and say that this particular strain, at least in our yard, is a huge success. This is the Triple Crown blackberries. The other ones are good, but the Triple Crown really takes the prize home for being the most prolific. Good luck with your blackberries. And by the way, the other thing that comes with this is that you can give these away to friends and family, because each of these things is a separate shoot that's coming out of the ground. I don't know if you can see down here. That's a whole another plant that's coming out there. Not the one I planted. That's this fairly heavy cane right here. Those are the original ones. These are all brand new, and there's ones that are all along here. So not only does it produce a lot of berries, but you can provide it to other folks for their enjoyment. So all right, well, thanks for joining us on this journey of blackberries, and we'll catch you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Bye.